yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we want. We want a bit of an intimate time because I have screwed up, ladies and gentlemen. I have made a mistake. If you're watching us on replay, good for you because you're what most people will be doing because I, yesterday, on Fridays, I stream at 3 p.m. UK. Don't get a lot of viewers, right? It is not a high traffic time, in all fairness. Like, how do I do on Rumble, I wonder? Let's have a look. Like on YouTube, it always doesn't go well, right? It's always, I don't know, a low turnout, right? So I had this idea. I had what I thought was a really brilliant idea. Right after the stream finished, I said, I'll do this. I'm going to download the stream, right? And I'm going to re-upload it to YouTube. I'm going to make this stream private, and I'm going to replay it as a premiere, and that'll be like the main thing, right? Clever idea. It actually tripled the viewership of it, right? Very clever, if I may say so. And I may say so because I like saying when I'm being very clever. Okay. And as I said, there's very few people watching because I have been very silly. A very silly rabbi. That is me. So anyway, I thought I set the stream to private, right? And then a little bit later, it was only a few minutes before Sabbath, I checked it again, and the stream was public, right? So I better make it private. Okay, so then I did. And then I just checked, right? And I normally, because Sabbath ended not long ago for me. This is basically how it's going to be for the next few months. I'm going to be coming in out the blue, not really knowing where I am. I haven't even checked the news yet. There's very little I know about what is going on in the world, right? So there's that going on. But so we're going to be finding out that also. So I'm going to be doing a live tutorial about AI art. I find it a tool, right? It's a tool that I can do things with. I just did a whole other bunch of stuff with it. And I'm going to walk you through it, in real time. What it is and how it's done, right? I can't wait to show you the things I'm looking at. These are just bizarre, okay? These are just bizarre. But anyway, yeah, so I set this stream to private, and I just only noticed, and I set it to public just now before it went live. So it's going to take a good 10 minutes, though, to fill up, right? But we have what to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, here, let's talk. You know what? Let's do a little bit of a tutorial into AI, a deep dive into AI and a tutorial into it. So because it's very confusing, right? Firstly, this is when I asked it to do something for me under the banner Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. So it's never heard of me, that's for sure, right? That's very clear. But I like their representations of rabbis from another planet. So then I got, I think I'm missing one. Oh yeah. Now I thought, hang about, why not do Tom Baker in Fiddler on the Roof, right? Here's the thing: you don't want to make it too specific in instructions because then it doesn't know. Then it's more boring, right? But you want it to use its creativity. Now these are interesting, especially these two very Jewy Tom Bakers. It's very weird. It's what the AI kind of thinks that all humans look alike to an AI. Right, and so it's like, Tom Baker. It's kind of like that, right? But that's not really what I wanted. I wanted to see more him outside with you. So I said Tom Baker and Fiddler on the Roof in a daytime scene, scene with other Jews. So then I went for other doctors. Oh yeah, so here it is. Here's what it came up with. At first, it did one as a drawing. That was that's interesting. But okay, why? I don't know why. It just did. I didn't specify style. Tom Baker and Fiddler on the Roof. It kind of feels like it. How did this never happen? Right. So then, I wanted to see other doctors. See, this is more Tom Baker. See, again, it's just kind of idea of what they think Tom Baker is. Right? It's kind of it's kind of Tom Baker. All YouTubers look alike to us AIs, right? That's essentially what they're saying. But then I went for Christopher Eccleston. He actually, firstly, he's clearly the anti-Semite in Fiddler on the Roof. Look at him. I mean, he does look friendly there. There he looks a bit more Jewy. See, Christopher Eccleston looks more like Christopher Eccleston. All of this, I will believe, was Christopher Eccleston. But again, evil Jew. Yeah, I can see it. That's kind of this trope, mate. The Shylock. And not because he's anti-Semitic. It's just like because he's such an actor, right? It's like one of my actorial roots. But again, okay, this is clearly Christopher Eccleston in Fiddler on the Roof. So I thought, let's light this up a little bit, baby. Let's light this up. Sylvester McCoy in Fiddler on the Roof. So here, weirdly enough, while he also looks like Sylvester McCoy, he also looks like my deceased Uncle Ian, who used to have a not kosher style deli, corned beef, salt beef place in Temple Fortune. There he goes. Sylvester McCoy in Fiddler on the Roof. So I'm going to show you how this stuff actually works because it's very confusing, right? I'm going to show you like from beginning to it's really genuinely very confusing. So let me share screen. Again, you know, we're waiting for things to fill out. And this, I find this stuff very interesting, quite frankly, which I think is the essence of YouTubing. Fine. So I go to this thing called Midjourney, right? Midjourney.com. Now I've signed up. I took a punt and signed up for an account. It's like $10 for the month, right? So man, I lost like all viewers. That's crazy. So to make it work, like I'm like, okay, so how do I get it? So you got to go to this thing called Discord. I'm like, I don't know what Discord is. What's going on, man? My stream has just gone totally dead. Is it live? Let's make sure it's not. Wow, it's like it says that people there. That's weird. Let me check it. That's really bizarre. Okay, the people here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. It really is quiet. It's bizarre. Anyway, never mind. Look, that's people watch things on catch up. Anyway, so yeah, you go to this thing called Discord. You have to go to the Midjourney channel, right? All this I have no idea what I'm doing, right? Midjourney channel, right? So then I go to a thing called General, right? Now this is where all the AI art is being made. So you got to make your AI art with everybody else. So what should we do? What should we come up with? I guess it's only me to decide. We'll do Tom Baker. You have to / imagine. Next, that's a prompt. So I guess we'll do Tom Baker dressed as Doctor Who at a LGBTQ plus pride parade. Okay, let's see how that comes out. And you got to make sure everything's spelled right. Parade. Okay, so then do -AR aspect ratio 16:9. I prefer that to the square. You go click enter. And it's there you go. You see the request there. Wait to start. Takes a few minutes to kick in. You can watch other people's stuff while you wait. Like this guy sends the car clean. My brow. There you go. Got started already. So you see, it's just starting to create. Okay. Let's see what else is going on. I wonder what that is. Pizza paint of Satan Jesus and his followers. That is funny. Okay, nearly there. 46%. Well, we got a female Tom Baker now. That's really weird. I like this one with Liz Sladen, though. And it really looks like it's with Liz Sladen. That's weird. So now when it's done, it goes to HD. Doink. So did I type the wrong thing? Because they all look very effeminate. I mean, like, these look nothing like Tom Baker. That does look like Liz Slater, though. It's very weird. It just knows what a gay pride parade looks like very, very much, right? There's some things it won't let you do anything like, too controversial. But the thing is like this. It's not really there yet, right? So, as I said, I'm using it as a tool. So I use we had this story on Friday. How do I close this? Yeah, I'll go doink. So I got to open this. So I did a story on Friday. Do I have the thumb? I must have the thumb. I'm in the wrong thing. The thumb over here. Oh, I've got too many things open. I think the thumbnails are the only thing I closed down. That would be so dumb of me. Oh, no, here they are. Ay, caramba. What are we up to? Yeah, so this was yesterday's thumbnail. What do we do? Share screen. Close this down. Doink. So yeah, this is gonna get a replay. I'm gonna make a clip out of this one. Yeah, this really never happened, Shut up, right? It's everything. These kids, these idiot kids who don't know they're idiot kids and become more idiotic because they're kids. And this idiotic kid, all I said was how nice it'd be for shooting the subject of cock on camera. Oh, be so fervent. Also studying, so brave. All I said was that. Okay, in all fairness, this guy was a dick. This guy sent a private message saying, shut the fuck up. Going like, will you stop with this nonsense? Right? But he shouldn't have sent a private message. But she then posts it with his name on social media to Willie Who, whatever his name is. And he's like, oh, how terrible you have to endure this. How, like, for God's sake. And he posts a picture, a little video clip of William Hart saying, well, obviously he was gay. Not realizing how incredibly insulting he's being to gay people, right? It's really, really it's just bizarre how stupid they are, right? Rabbi, do you mind if I play my glass slide and give tonight's show a Delta Blues line? Go ahead, mate. Again, no one's going to be complaining. It's very quiet. Well, again, in all fairness, I schmuck that I was. I put the show on private. I'm so stupid. I can't believe I did that. I mean, it's public now, right? I assume. And second. What we're looking for? Yeah, no. The stream is definitely live. Just like it's kind of quiet. Although now it's showing like viewers. It's very weird. Okay, I don't know what to do. I'm just confused. Fine. What are we up to now? I've lost the viewer app. There we go. So yeah, so I used AI to make this. Obviously, here's the original. I did William Hartnell at a gay pride parade. Right, I was quite amazed at how incredibly well it came out. Right, it's very, very bizarre. They have a weird idea on who Colin Baker is, though. I mean, that's just bizarre. Oh, this is it. Yeah, fine. This. So this was the original image. Right, and this is how I used it, right? So yeah, but I'm like, it's just this weird idea of who William Hartnell is. They kind of have an idea, but it's more like I like what it's weird. I know, but yeah. So this is how you can use AI. Now it should be. I should be able to give him a picture of William Hartnell and say this guy at a gay pride parade, right? Like, let me see. What happens if I do Christopher Walken as Han Solo? I bet a bunch of people have done that. Right? Let's have a look. Hang on. But I did Quentin Tarantino's direct Star Trek, and that was a bit mediocre, I thought. Hang on, doink. So I did Quentin Tarantino direct Star Trek with Leonardo DiCaprio and Samuel Jackson, and it came up with. No, I don't want to upscale. I just want to show it to you. And it always makes humans a little bit fatter than they are, right? It always does. Where's this here? This is the only useful one. I'm using this for a thumbnail cover. I'm going to change the. Oh, that came out perfectly. That's exactly what I wanted. But and this is character designs, which I think this is my favorite. Doing for my novel, and Elysian Blue is debuting after this at 11 o'clock. So jump on that. It's really good, right? All right, I'm really genuinely happy with this. This character hasn't been introduced yet. But this is my favorite character. Actually, that's not the one I really like. Is it this one maybe? No. See, I don't know what I'm bloody doing. Oh, it's so annoying. I hate being a newbie. Right, so what I want to do, Nick, is take this image, feed it back into the Discord server, which I just worked out how to do, and say full body shot of this person. Right, that I like this look. It's again one of the main characters in my book. It's all about robots and people. Anyway, we were doing Christopher Walken as Han Solo. I bet it's because I bet a bunch of people have go to Discord, right? I bet you a bunch of people have done that. So I bet it's kind of like conversant with that. That's probably why I can do Gay Pride Parade so well. Okay, you go / imagine Christopher Walken as Han Solo. Right, and I don't want to give it too much because, like, I want it to work. I want it to think for itself a lot of the time. So let's wait to start. Here we go. Did I do it? Oh, I did. There's a prompt. Waiting to start. Red Tide Chilies. Oh, that sounds good. Here comes that one. You see, I've made it a square though. Schmuck that I am. Oh, here's my son calling. Let's see what he wants. Harry, how you doing, mate? I am good. I'm doing a live stream right now. Go ahead. What's the question? What? Okay, so after Mandalorian, okay, he wants to know what Star Wars TV shows were. No, that's shit. Avoid it. Avoid. Bad show. No. It's rather do Shmira, okay? Rather do Shmira. It's that bad. Really? Really? Do you like to see your heroes look like pussies? No. It's a bad show. Let me think. If you're really bored, you can watch Andor, but that's like the first half of that is so boring. The first 6 hours, you want to kill yourself. Okay, have you Mandalorian? You've done Mandalorian, right? Okay, fine. So you're done with season 2? Oh, but did you see the ones in Boba Fett? Aha! Yeah, but you want to watch it. There are a couple of good episodes. Everything else in Boba Fett is garbage. What else is good in Star Wars? It's mostly bad. It's mostly, I mean, sadly, it's mostly bad. Clone Wars is hit and miss. I watched all of it and quite liked it. Right? I mean, there's a lot of good Mandalorian stuff in Clone Wars. So Mado's great. Yeah, look, this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching this live. The crushing blow that my son has found some Star Wars that he likes, and there's nothing else there. It's all shit. Yeah, but by the way, you know they made this this $2 billion Star Wars hotel, like all based on Disney Star Wars, and it just closed down after a year. It just crashed and burned. Oh yes. Anyway, okay, this is correct order for watching the Star Wars movies. Okay, this is the absolute correct order. You do 3, 4. No, you do 4, 5, 6, and then you do 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Then you do 4. Okay, the prequels aren't bad. Go for the prequels. I mean, they're a bit bad. And then Rogue One isn't bad. I mean, and Rogue One. What? Oh yeah, no, it's all the yeah. No one likes Ray. You know who likes Ray? Kathleen Kennedy, the person who runs Star Wars. Yeah, yeah. Captain Marvel. Yeah, yeah, and she's shit. Yes, you've noticed that, right? And ladies and gentlemen, I have not coached this boy. Let me tell you. I mean, I have obviously with excellent parenting, but anyway. What can I tell you, mate? Are you looking for something to watch? Okay, it's a bit rude. It's very rude. Okay, it's very rude. It's very dirty. I don't think I can overplay how dirty it is. It's very, very dirty. Okay. Pam and Tommy, very good as well, but it's very dirty. Yeah, it's a true story, but it's crazy. No. This is not. Oh yeah, I don't know. Just say I don't know what to tell you. It's like look in the first episode. There's you have a guy talking to his animated computer animated penis, right? And is like looks up and talks to him, and she's naked a lot of the time. It's very rude. It's, I don't know. What you're looking for something on Disney Plus? I don't know, mate. It's all shit. Firefly. 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 I think that's on Disney Plus. No, that's on Netflix. Okay, yeah. You know what? I would say do that. Move over to Netflix. Start in Next Generation. Oh yeah, one second. Now, yeah, I'm going to put you on speakerphone because I've got to find the episode where you need to start. Okay, this is an important detail. Wait there. You're on speakerphone now. Okay, hello. Can you hear everybody? Hi. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're being broadcasted by about maybe 12 people. It's very exciting. Okay, so now I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we have to make it. This is an important detail. We got to decide where he's going to start. Okay, one second. Star Trek Next Gen. It may be best of both worlds. No, it's got to build up a little bit. Next Generation, right? Episode guide. Episode guide. I mean, the best one's Deep Space Nine. Now, start with Next Generation, right? Yeah. Okay, one second. We'll start in season 2 at the earliest. No, skip season 2. I hate to tell you, skip season 2. Go straight for season 3. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, season 3 is good. Right. Okay. Season 3 starts off with like there's a bunch of episodes. They're kind of like interesting Star Trek-y episodes, and then then about episode 6 or 7, it starts getting really, really, really good. You get when you got good episodes as well. You got good like interesting episodes in the first 4 or 5 episodes, and then in what was it? There's a lot of Romulan stuff going on in I think episode 6 and 7, which is very cool. I just don't remember anything about Star Trek. Okay, start season 3, beginning of season 3, Next Generation. That is the way to go. I will start uploading the movies and Picard to our Google Drive, so you can watch that when you get up to it. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, there you go. My son's in the army. We needed to work out where it's going. Okay, I have to go. I'm like kind of middle of the stream. Okay, bye. Do a little bit. Thank you for calling. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye. There you go. Listen, parenting, baby, parenting. It's important. What can I tell you? Chris are walking as Han Solo. Well, this is weird. This is more like what's his name? The guy played him. I don't think that really worked. No, I don't think that really worked. So, see, that's the thing. You're working on what the world interwebs can work out. Like, here. We do. Imagine Dan there. and the Mekon. Like I don't know. Like what would it do with that? Dander and the Mekon. I think that's how you spell Mekon. Let's see. I should have done Dander and Digby. And the Mekon. Or I should have done like a live action. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Now you start thinking, I should have maybe done a live action Sabalon Glitz. Here we go. Let's see what's going to come up with. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, it's so crazy how this stuff works. No, this is not good. It's got the era. It's got the era, but doesn't know what the Mekon is. Right? It's got the era really well, but doesn't know what the Mekon is. Let's do imagine modern day live action Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet, dun dun dun. Because I know what I would do with that. Let's see what Midjourney would do with that. Indestructible Captain Scarlet, dun 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 dun. Macro photography of frog hanging on a branch, colorful, 4.3 aspect ratio. Very good. There you go. Doink, it's making it. Well, it's going to be scarlet, whatever. You see the red already there. It looks like it's actually pretty much there. Mate, this is quite good. This is really quite good. Man. I mean, I like all of this. I think they kind of nailed it, especially this one, right? Yeah, I mean, they really kind of nailed it. I think we should upscale a couple of these. I don't know. I'm really impressed. Yeah, let's upscale number. So then you choose. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to upscale number 4. 3, I mean. And then should we do variations on 3? Let's see if we hit V if it does variations on it. I still haven't worked this out yet properly. So here we go. So let me grab that image. Dun dun dun. I mean, it really works. Bloody hell. That looks like a live action movie of Captain Scarlet. Genuinely does. I mean, the possibilities are really quite freaky. Now, where's the? There we go. Here's the variations of it. Honestly, it doesn't really need it. Now, here. Now let's try. Imagine John Boyega. And now I've got to make sure I'm spelling his name right. The other thing is you look at other people's prompts, right? To get to see what they're doing, to see how you can get something like this one. I would look at hyper realistic. There's a bunch of stuff there. John Boyega as modern day Captain Scarlet in movie. Option required. This option is the option is required. Oh, duh. See, I'm still doing it wrong. There you go. But you see, close up, hyper realistic. There's all these little tags that you get to find out. But I'm really going to be using it for comic books. Like I really want to use it for the backgrounds of my comic book. because then I'm going to really get back to work on it, because that's really what stopped me for a long time. Well, actually, I'm quite into doing this right now. John Boyega's coming, John Boyega. Holy crap. This is awesome. Holy crap. This is John Boyega as a modern gay Captain Scarlet. Oh, yes. Behave. This is awesome. Captain Scarlet. Dun, 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 in this. I want to see John Boyega as Captain Scarlet. Frankly. Yes. We're going to upskill a bunch of those. Doink, doink, doink. Human eye reflecting in a candle. Yeah, man. Look at these things. They're interesting. Doink. Yep. Oh, I've always wanted to see that. You heard me waffle on about that all the bloody time. Dun, 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 dun. This will be awesome. Indestructible. John Boyega's Captain Scarlet is a very good idea. Dun, 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 dun. It really is. I'm sorry. This will totally work. Right? This will totally work. I'm very up for this way. So anyway, yeah. So you see it as a tool that you can really use rather than that. Oh, fine. It's filled up. See, I absentmindedly put this stream on private right up until it started, and nobody knew about it. Fine. Now we're finding out. Let me get to the chat. Oh, they got so much eye candy to look at now. I don't know what to pull up. Yeah, I'll pull up something I did earlier. They're all so silly. This is Sylvester McCoy in Fiddler on the Roof. He was never there. Yeah, Sylvester McCoy in Fiddler on the Roof. This is where we are in life, baby. This is what we do with technology. It's very scary. Speaking of which, so's Christopher Eccleston. Fine. Let's have the... I can't leave that on. It's too scary. Stop it. Behave. He's too intense in a fake version of him. Right? Oh, man, but I can't wait till this stuff actually gets better. Right? I can't wait till that actually improves. Look, I'll show you the first professional version of it. Hang on a second. Go Firefly. And it's not as good, amazingly. So this is the Adobe one. So what have they got there? Anything new there? Text to image. We'll do... Well, what's the prompt for that, I wonder? A unicorn and a magical crow, extremely detailed. Okay, so what should we do? Hyper realistic neon futuristic. Hang on. Futuristic dystopian city at night. Let's see what happens when I click generate. See, this one I just feels more easy because I feel like it's just me on my own, right? I don't feel like I'm not in with in a huge herd of people, but being with a herd of people is you actually learn how things do. So there you go, boing, straight away. So this will be great for me making backgrounds, for example. Yeah, you can change and make it widescreen. I'll change it. Right now it's set to art, but I'll set it to photographic. Take its time, that blimey. There you go. Set it to photographic. So yeah, so this is the first professional version of it, right? I mean, they are the professional, you have to pay for it. This is also, part of the Adobe suite. But yeah, listen. I think it's important. Look, I got my books premiering in an hour 25 minutes because of it, so I'm very excited about it. I got the backgrounds came from this version. It is taking its bloody time, blimey. There you go. Here, and I'm going to add a hyper-realistic psychedelic. There's all kind of things you can do. Where is it? I just saw hyper-realistic. Wood carving, divine simple. Where is it? Fisheye, no. Palette knife, bold lines. Wireframe. Baroque, maximalism, fantasy, psychedelic. Where is hyper? I literally just saw that. Maybe I was hallucinating. Hang on a second. We'll go find. Real. Okay, where is it? There you go. Doink. Hyper realistic. I knew it was there. Generate. See what happens now. Even though it's taken too long. And then we really will get to the chat. But yeah, listen, mate. This is just the infancy of this, right? It really is. I mean, the first video products have to be porn, right? It truly has to be. Yeah, you see, so yeah, look, in terms of like making backgrounds and things like it's over. It's totally different, right? Everything is different now. Just things are very different now because of this, which I think. Yeah, listen, I think it's neutral. Look, it's going to be useful for bad ways to dominate and control us, but it already is, baby. Might as well enjoy it. Might as well get some use out of it. But we got to do the Tom Baker article. We are so bad. Indiana Jones is getting savaged. Holy shit, is that show getting savaged? So what I think happened is they took all a lot of the feminism out of it. And made a Phoebe Waller-Bridge not the future Indiana Jones, and now you got a nothing empty movie, right? Because that was the only thing in the movie, right? So savage. And look, this the closing of Galaxy's Edge must surely be a bad portent for Catholic canon for the Rey movie, right? Must surely. I thought the only reason they were doing that movie was to get people to go to Galaxy's Edge, right? I mean, yeah, you still got the rest of Disney, but look, if they're closing that, it's game over. So, like, I don't see I don't see him being made. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the cameras start rolling. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know. Matthew, okay, Darren Air was here at the beginning. Matthew Burrows is here. It was around came over here. Played his glass slide if you want. There was nobody here. Tardis Simon got here. Matthew Burrows is there. Captain Crashballs is here. Darren Air was always here. Tardis Simon is here. Hey, Rabbi, I'm here for an idea for AI. Can do Perry in Leela Savage costume. Asking a friend. No, the trouble is, it probably goes against their community standards, right? 1 second. Let's try this. We'll give it a go. We'll see what comes out. You never know. I still think the John Boyega as Captain Scott was incredible. So imagine Doctor Who companion Perry, played by Nicola Bryant, wearing the Savage Leela costume in the TARDIS. Perry played by Nicola Bryant wearing Savage Leela costume in the TARDIS. -- aspect ratio 16:9. Boink. That's if it goes against their community standards. Oh, I got through so far. Let's have a look. Waiting to start. Yeah, like look at this sort of stuff is exactly what we're gonna use it. Like photography. And what's the name? Photography. Product photography is over. Like that. What's it gonna come up with? Useless. None of these are getting upscaled. Okay, none of these. No, see, I like the Cyberwoman one. That's weird. Like, how's it come up with that? Yeah. What? No. I mean, interesting. How it came up with that is beyond me. Right? I don't know how it can exist to that in any way, but okay. Let's see. Imagine Dalek versus Cybermen space battle. Let's see if anything comes up with that. So apparently, yeah, what I will do, I'm going to train it with some of my artwork to make backgrounds for my comic book. And then I guess I'll get AI to color it. Like, why would I be paying it for that? Exactly. I mean, like, see, this is how it works. Here, what happened to my one? Oh, there, waiting. Hyper realistic illustrations. Yeah, look, it just knows how to do it very well. Yeah, this is like I again for photography, it's incredible. Yeah, album covers. There's just no end what you can use this for. Creatively, yeah. Where's me? Have you grabbed it yet? Oh, there you go. Oh, that's freaky. Yeah. That shit. Yeah, that was shit. Yeah, no. Fine. Back to the chat. Well, where was that? Share screen. Doink. What's going on over here? Fine. Where are we up to? Matthew Powders. I did Matthew Powders. Looks like my old history teacher. Young Tzvi is a tanker, probably stuck in the middle of a desert. Oh, he's on a base. How about is he on a Pride March? Probably. I get them all on the Pride March. Spectrum is green. Yeah, no, that really worked. The Captain Scarlet, that really worked. Are we getting season 20 out soon and then season 1 for the 60th? Oh, I heard season 3. Not season 1. Oh, season 6. I don't know. You never know until you find out, right? That's Joseph Adams said. Off the wall garage said. Hello, how's it going? Thanks for saying hello. Oh, thank you very much. Joe, I think we will get a reissue of season 20. I'm pretty sure we're getting season 20. I've heard very soon. Like Peter Davis and Parry told a fan at a con the other week that we're getting season 20. Hang in there, BH. Can't wait for. Oh, you're from. Can't wait for the next installment of the series of Doctor Who, as well as the Strange New Worlds. I am looking forward to that. But listen. If you like books on tape, may I recommend on my channel? I like a bit of Doctor Who. This is going on right now. It's actually episode 3 just dropped tonight. It sounds awesome. I'm telling you, it's freaky how good this thing sounds. Do I still have the file here? One second. Did I move it to my hard drive? Hang on. Oh, that's still here. And I got episode 4 here. Yeah, I'll give you a little burst. Doink. Doink. Where is it? Yeah. This is Sneak preview of the next episode.
Millennial Rights by Craig Hinton.
Oh no, this is actually the finish. This is I forgot. Wow, because I did the titles in. Do I have the one with the titles? This one's the Twitter one. I guess we can watch that. Hang on. No, we have to do here. This one this is it's slightly different if it's for Twitter. Titles, of course, come from the upgraded Terror of the Vervoids on the Blu-ray. Was the only good thing about that. Everything else was really kind of crap. Oh, the music is from the Big Finish, New Adventures, and Missing Adventures. What's it called again? Adaptation. There you go.
Barry Brown sauntered down the wide corridor, hands in suit pockets. Possibly not the demeanour expected from a professional.
It just, for me, it just sounds just like him.
I've got a good feeling about the future. Well, that's where you're wrong, Mr. Brown, he said unctuously. The fact that there was no audience anymore didn't seem to slow him down.
Trying to get bit with the doctor.
In this universe, there were people who discovered the deeper mysteries of time and space. In this universe, they're my people, the Time Lords. In that universe, they were also Time Lords, but they were lords of a very strange version of time and space. His gaze shifted to the window and the snowy wastes of...
I like Big Finish. I have to send this to an email. Somebody I know who's quite big at Big Finish, right? Because they really should be doing this. They really should be doing this. And then tonight, after the stream, which means I'm going to finish on time, we have this. I'm really excited about this. I would love all of you to give stay on the channel and check this out.
Elysium Blue by Tzvi Lebetkin, read by an AI-generated deep fake of Peter Capaldi. Prologue, moments in the data stream.
So it's got this vibe of like a Radio 4 book play at night, right? Sort of thing. Something like you put on as you're going to sleep. And it's got listen, I like it a lot. I'm very proud of it. I'm looking forward to you guys hearing it. I'm looking forward to seeing it in this format. Thank you, Peter Capaldi, for having that voice.
Born from the fire of war and disease, Elysium City represented the new era of life on Earth. Humanity and the synthetics abandoned their long animosity and worked together to create a new place where they could live in harmony with one and other. Foundations of the Post-Synthetic Society, Professor Rachel Lehrman, 2993. Data segment ends.
Yeah, so basically, prologue is these bunch of bits of data over a roughly 1,000-year period, setting the scene for this, right? And basically telling you who I felt was one of the most interesting characters. But something I've always been fascinated about is artificial intelligence. That's why I love Westworld. Westworld is one of my favorite things ever. It's so worth revisiting if you hated it. But it's really, especially Tandy Newton, freaking awesome. It's about the creation of a non-human intelligence. It's absolutely brilliant. So this is basically riffing on that, how life is life, independent of its silicon or if it's organic, right? That's the fundamental. And it's a sci-fi noir, religiously tinged. Well, at least from my weirdo perspective, right? So anyway, that's coming on right on after this. Where's the thumbnail? Hang on, we lost this. Doink. Fine, where was I? Joe Sam, I said, Lou, I want 5 whips, R5 roller coaster in Chessington. Oh, you know what? You're right. We should have that. I watched Prison Break. Have you heard $6 Million Man is coming to the UK on Blu-ray? Oh, yeah, yes, I did hear that. That's I thought you meant it's a reboot of it. I'm like, wow. I like Bionic Woman, by the way, especially the pilot. How you doing, Beanie Rich? I'm sorry, I had to stream on private. I didn't realize. Problem being is, how you doing, Props? Thank you for joining us. Again, I'm sorry, I had to stream on private and didn't realize. Right until I started. Dr. Alex is here. Must have come straight from your season 14. Yes, recorded a very important guest role for Doctor Who season 14. Completely moving along. The thumbnail and Mitz Hashem will be ready for that tomorrow. I'm really excited to work on that. Again, that's part of this AI. By the way, Probs, you really want to be looking at AI. Mate, what you can be doing with it is great for people like us, right? It's definitely good for somebody like you. Fucking pride. I'd rather go to LGB Alliance meeting get to sued for turning up. Yeah, it probably would be. Terror of the Awful Strip was a lot of those. Sounds very posh. Well, he is very posh, right? Invasion of the Jodie bots. Well, I guess you could do her. But why would you do that, right? Why would you do that? Fine, I'm up to date with I'm up to date with the chat. Let's actually do some Doctor Who news. Wouldn't that be crazy? I actually have no idea what's going on at all. I literally just came off Sabbath, and again, this is how it's going to be for the next few months. By the way, if you missed this, like if you're here late, here's something I've been playing with AI. A second, I've been was it an updated Captain Scarlet, right? So here's how it came out. Start because it's a backward-looking racist piece of trash, obviously, not unlike me. Looking for the bloody window. Got too many things open. There you go. So much better. Doink. Share screen. Doink. So first I did Captain Scarlet in a modern day version of it, right? A modern day version of Captain Scarlet. I'm gonna make this a bit smaller. Make this window a bit more manageable. There you go. But I always thought John Boyega would be perfect to play Captain Scarlet, right? But again, this looks like modern day Captain Scarlet. But I would say John Boyega, baby. And oh boy, dun 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 dun. Yeah, I think he would be freaking awesome as Captain Scarlet, right? I really do. And I think give him a family as well. So you get with like parental stuff, you deal with death, but I think it'll be really interesting, right? I really do. So that's I think the high spot of what you missed. Also, wait a minute. Only because Problem Being's here, right? Only because Problem Being's here. Oh, this is gonna make your blood boil. No, I can't put that out. Hang on. Where is it? I got to do the fiddle on the roof stuff. Where is that? Fine. I'm going through Windows and like trying to find everything. Here it is. Yeah. So Problem Being, this is for you. I did a bunch of people in Fiddler on the Roof. So Christopher Eccleston in Fiddler on the Roof. Yeah. That's very freaky. Although I didn't understand Tom Baker as well. Tom Baker had got confused by, right? I don't know. That looks like some weird Amish Oliver. I want to stay away from that. And this was... Oh, yeah, this was more Tom Baker in Fiddler on the Roof. That's the closest one. Sylvester McCoy in Fiddler on the Roof looks like my Uncle Ian. That looks nothing like him. This one, though, yeah, it looks like Sylvester McCoy in Fiddler on the Roof. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. Anyway, I digress. Oh, I'm going to close that. I'm going to close that window because I'm confused with too many bloody windows open. Okay, fine. This window came up first. This is where we're starting, right? It's not where I plan to start, but this is where we're going to be starting. Looks like Ralph Fiennes. Doink. There we go. Fine. So they are rebooting once again the Eighth Doctor's range. I first looked, I went, nah, thanks. And then I thought, oh, I like those Cybermen. I like the Cybermen. Not sure about Jay Griffiths. I mean, look, here's the thing. She may be great, but she was cast because she's black. And I think that's a problem, right? I don't think her ability came first in a classic, right? I think it's I think it totally was. They wanted more diversity, and so they wanted to have a black companion. Now, I'm not opposed to a black companion. I am opposed to tokenism, right? Which is what I feel it is, right? Generally what I feel it is. It's yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Fine, but so that I found it off-putting straight away. Okay, but maybe it's good, right? Maybe it's good. When's this out? I have no idea. But let's have a look. The Eighth Doctor Adventures, but probably not the ones you're expecting. This is exactly what I was expecting, right? Yeah, no, you had to ditch the Liv Schenker shit. Okay, yes. When you had a shack up with a chick with a dick, it kind of pushed people away. And so, look, I don't mind if you're a chick with a dick, right? That's fine. That's groovy. Lovely. Why does it have to be in freaking everything all the freaking time? It's because you don't think chicks can have dicks. That's why. So you scream and scream and scream, chicks can have dicks. And you've not allowed anybody to dissent from that because everybody knows chicks can have dicks. Now, I'm fine with a chick having a dick. Don't get me wrong, YouTube. I'm fine with it. I'm not the one who's screaming it 24-7. Oh! However, the Cybermen do look good. The Cybermen look pretty. Fine. Since January 2001, Big Finish has enjoyed an extended run of adventures with a wide host of companions. Yes, that's why I was so fucked off. You decided to platform the idea of chicks with fucking dicks in the mid. Yes, because I stayed with you since 2001, and you drove me off with your weird religion. Your religion, weird non-theistic religion. The Outsiders takes us back in time to meet the new fellow traveler and an explored era of the Doctor's timeline. Jay Griffiths debuts as a noblewoman, Lady Audacity Montague. Well, why? She's black, isn't she? Were there many black noblewomen in Regency era? Maybe there was. First, let's have a look. Maybe she's not black, okay? Looks like she's black. Okay. Black people in Regency, England. Let's have a look. The answer is yes. Okay. I'm going to say no. I'm about to say I was wrong. Were the black nobles in England? A number of them, such as Botag and Henry, have been made peers and or knights of the realm. There's also a small community of British aristocrats who are partially of black descent. Okay. But it just seems it's not the norm. But fine. Let's have a look. Okay, maybe let's have a look. Producer David Richardson, we're exploring a different era of the Eighth Doctor. Yes, because you fucked it up with Stranded. Yes, because you chased off your loyal audience who's been with you since 2001 with Stranded because it was so fucking important to you. He made a new friend, Eighth Doctor, when he made a new friend where long before Lucy Miller, the ravenous Baker Street of the Time War. And we got the wonderful Jay Griffiths bringing Audacity to life. And here, didn't Jay recently play Hieronyma Friend in the time? I don't fucking know. So I say, look, that's the other thing. You think we know every detail of every box set from like years ago. I'm listening to the Time War box set, the War Doctor box set, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's missing Louise Jameson, notably, right? It's very missing her presence, right? And it's hurting it, her absence, sadly, right? Okay. Problem being, answering history again. I want you to know there's a guy who came on my channel for like 3 minutes to like scream at me, but couldn't really manage it. I pissed him off like royally. So I've been talking to him through the comments, right? And we're up to the point where he's saying, "Listen, he wants me to go on his channel because to convince me that there's no transgendered surgeries for minors, right? There's no sex changes for minors, right?" Meanwhile, Sabathins, and one of the news stories I hear is that leftists are freaking out because Ron DeSantis signed a bill outlawing sex changes for minors. Well, make up your fucking mind. But anyway, so I think these guys, I don't know. But I have referred him to you. I said, listen, if you want, I'll hook you up. Anyway, knowing what you're talking about, you point out, yes, a lot of African nobody made a fortune selling slaves to Europeans. Well, you know, money's money, baby. Money's money. I wonder if that's how she gave royalty. Fine, so we got Audacity and In the Bleak Winter are each available to pre-order for just $19.99 or $16.99. Each box set, Big Finish listeners also will save money if you get both. So, two veteran Audacity are The Devouring and Tim Foley. And The Great Cyber War. Well, that I want. So when's this coming out? This actually, you might have talked me into it. This. Anything else? This might be. You might have talked me into it. So let's see when. And then we'll see you next year, right? We'll see if you're talking me into. Oh, there's one in December. So November and December. Listen, mate, it's got to be good. Winter of the Demon, the Empty Man. I don't know. Do we have any other information? I'm tempted. I am tempted for Audacity, right? I think I might give it a punt, right? I think I might give it a punt. Any other news of Big Finish? This is on the news I want to get to. Stitch in Time saves 6. Apparently, there's a new short book on tape written by Gary Russell, from what I understand. Or it's written by Catherine Armitage, performed by Catherine Armitage. Dark Season. Janet Ellis joins Torchwood. Who gives a shit, right? I mean, genuinely, who gives a shit? The Mega Factor, the audio movie. You mean like the one disc set or the 2 disc set? Fine. Let's get to Pocket Banks. I was going to look at Doctor Who news. 1 second. Let's see what's going down, baby. Anything's happening. Doing. Toy Maker returns. Doctor Who's 6th anniversary event. Origin and Powers explained. No, I've done that a million times over. All right, I'm not. No, we all understand that. Magic the Gathering. I should really do a thing on that. Everyone's very excited. Doctor Who teased the return of another Rusty Davies era staple. I don't think I have the strength of it tonight, right? The Audacity thing does kind of interest me. It does interest me. Fine. Anything else? Nothing really. Let's have a quick look at. We'll do a search on Twitter, see what's going on. Doctor Who SR. You know, Doctor Who SR. See if there's been any filming. It is DOSR. I need you to distract Davros. Yeah, no, I think that might not be entirely true. Yeah. Nothing there. I do find this interesting how people do this. Right? That's very cool. Again, you can just make it by AI now. That's the thing. You don't do anything. But it's cool. I do like the way they do that. Anyway, fine. Pocket mags. Doink. My magazines. Wanna go my magazines? It's where's Doctor Who magazine? Oh yeah, no, we are Doctor Who this month. The new one's coming out this week, I believe, right? Yeah. Read now. I will read now. That's what we're doing. We're going to read now. Okay. Let's have a look when the next one's out. Around it. Come on. You can do it. You can do it if you really want. Doink. This is May 25th. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I am offline on Friday. So on Thursday, I'm going to do a 3:00 show. I'll take that offline and I'll make that I'll do a replay of that for later in the day. And then I'll pre-record a Doctor Who magazine review, right? And that'll lead to other things to talk about. So the 25th. What's this? Sufficient data. I never look at this. Let's have a look. Crunching numbers and big ideas of Doctor Who. Words by Simon Gurry, infographic by Ben Morris. I think infographic is excellent. Sideways of Splintered Time by Ambitious Scientific Project and Madman in Charge. City of Death and Inferno. Fair. Last words. Oh dear. Liz Shaw. Oh dear. And we don't have it over here though. Travels without the TARDIS. Romana, shall we take the lift or shall we fly? The Doctor fails to save the Mona Lisa, part 4. First serial with over. Okay, this is just annoying me. That is. It's just annoying me. I hope we're not going to get annoyed by this, but I probably will. Let's have a look at this. Doink. Yep. I think City of Death at the top is about right. I actually agree with that. It was number 2 in 2014, number 4, and then number 5. Well, in the 80s, City of Death was really looked down upon, right, for being too silly. It was the hiatus years that made it become popular. Pyramid, Genesis, Daleks, Pyramids of Mars, Robots of Death, Talons of Wings. I will put Talons at number 2. It's not my personal list, but look, I hear all these things. What's it got? What's it got at the bottom? What is Gate in the middle? Interesting. Pirate Planet in the middle. Interesting. Underworld. Poor Underworld. And Haunted Nyman. Listen, everything has its day, mate. Everything has its day. Meglos isn't bad. What's wrong with Meglos? It's got, what's name is in it? Barbara. The Dodecahedron. And what's wrong with it? There's no enemy. Holy shit. Creature from the Pit, I understand. Invasion of Time, that's okay. But, Revenge of the Cybermen? Mother, really? Just at the bottom 10. Okay, fine. I'm really surprised. Wow. Fine. Oh, Horror Fang Rock. Love. What was that? I didn't even see. I love the Horror Fang Rock. Man, that's number 10. Horror of the Fang Rock is brilliant in its lack of pretension, right? It is just so what it is a simple story, chilling, told well, acted well, directed well, using the limitations of the BBC very well, right? And it came out fantastic. I love it when people know how to use their limitations to create magic, and they absolutely did that, right? Such a scary one. Tom Baker's performance is sparkling all the way through, right? All the way. Couldn't really say that about State of Decay, but okay, fine. Given the sheer size of it, many people have said the same thing to me. The Fourth Doctor's chart offers most opportunities for change. There are 41 televised Tom Baker adventures, and excitingly, we have got something that a few people predicted. A new number 1. Exciting. For years, Jennifer the Daleks has been the unassailable top. In fact, in 98, it was not only voted the top of the Fourth Doctor story, but the number 1 Doctor Who story of Doctor Who story full stop. Well, that was before the modern era for a start, and which is like at least how much more is there right now in minutes? Modern Doctor Who, and that's like a Chat GPT would know, wouldn't it? What's longer, modern Doctor Who in minutes screened or classic Doctor Who? That's an interesting question. It's going to take it over sooner or later, isn't it? Anyway, fine. However, there's a new chart topper, and because it has no call to be here, the art license fact it is there. As a pretentious Parisian art gallery visitor might tell you, yes. It's just delightful, right? And look, you can tell Lala Ward and Tom Baker were having ridiculous sex all the way through that, right? All the way through Paris, they were having crazy wild sex. She was dressed as a schoolgirl for most of that story, and that wasn't an accident, right? Lala Ward was, how can I put this? Very clearly in heat for Tom Baker, right? Very into him, right? And you could that bleeds through the story. And then you got the Douglas Adams script, which is wonderful, right? What a wonderful bottle. So violent. In 98, it was not the fifth most popular story from Baker years, 7 years, but it nudged up to the fourth in 2009. Last time around, it was nipping at the heels of Genesis. It's because Rusty Davis liked it. Rusty Davis said in an interview that was his template to revive Doctor Who with. His template of what Doctor Who was. All right. That's what he showed Julie Gardner, right? And that's the vision they got on. 2020, it finally takes the crown, extremely close. Those two stories move forward into the final round with Pyramids of Mars and Robots of Death. I wonder how Jodah's top stories are going to fare against those. Robots of Death, which missed out by the tiniest margins, but it's average out at 9 out of 10 would almost have been enough for it to progress in most other Doctors categories. So, okay, that's also true. The competition here is fierce. The fifth place we find Thanos Wing Chiang, which slides out of the top three this time around, though. It's still well regarded. Its average score is the lowest today. Interesting. Pirate Planet. We scan down the rest of the chart. It's unclear whether there's been no upswing of popularity for the bottom stories. Underworld, which adrift at the foot of the table. However, few movers elsewhere stand out. Douglas Adams' The Pirate Planet has never been beloved as a synonymous co-write City of Death. It moves up to 17th place. That's a lot higher than it was. Notably higher than the 2014 and the 2009 position. Okay, 21st and 26th. The other stories reaching new peak are the Horrors of Fang Rock. Oh, love it. State of Decay, that's interesting. And Face of Death and Sunmakers, Nightmare in Eden and The Creature Pit. While the last two stories from the Douglas Adams script editor season 17 are still ranked fairly low overall. Placements provide yet more evidence that the humorous tone of the era is slightly more appreciated now than it used to be. Well, yeah, again, here's the thing. Back in the time, we were in the day, we were very uptight. The Doctor Who wasn't a children's show, wasn't a comedy, but it was a serious show, right? It was because we lacked legitimacy, right? And when you lack legitimacy, you insist on legitimacy, and you freak out when you get told you weren't legitimate, right? Kind of like, let's say, if you think, I don't know, cups of coffee have penises, right? Cups of coffee. If you think, and you insist on it, and you're like, no, they're penises, they're penises, and when we say no, they don't, they get very mad at you, and you know they have penises, really, yeah. So don't say that. Yeah, it's kind of like that. We weren't able to deal with the humor. We weren't comfortable enough with it, right? And it came from an era where it was extremely successful. We were in an era when it was extremely unsuccessful. So that's why it really didn't do very well. Of course, you can't have climbers without fallers. Although Planet of Evil made great strides in previous polls, it's previously improved from 22nd to 17th to 14th. It now tumbles back to 24. Meanwhile, 3 stories keep moving up and down. Moving down a Deadly Assassin. Wow, unbelievable. 6th in 98, 8th in 2009, and 27 now slips to 10th. I'm surprised. Mask of Mandragna, 15, 18, 19, 26. Okay. Sontana Experiment goes from 21 to 27. All these photos are from the False Fur 3 series produced by Philip Hinchcliffe, regarded as a high benchmark for the whole. Is a fan of, I'm like, again, how are you going to put Jodie's episodes against any of these? You can put the top 3 Jodie against the bottom 3 of these, right? The top 3 Jodie against Underworld, Halls and Iron, and Megalos. Yes, not even close. Oh, not even close. Oop, there we go. Look at that last time. Doink. So yeah, let's look at the top 3. 2 of your top 3 Fourth Doctor stories prove the Doctor ability to spin gold out of straw. And hastily assembled script editor rewrites, ultimately credited as pseudonyms. In Pyramids of Mars, Robert Holmes reworked the Curse of the Mummy tomb-style stories into a Doctor Who framework. In the process, he and director Paddy Russell constructed the epitome of heightened macabre, a kind of heightened macabre era of the early Fourth Doctor. Yes, they were very good at doing the chilling horror thing. Right. That's why it got interestingly, that's why it got so silly, right? Because that made it beloved by students, right? Philip Hinchcliffe noticed around season 13 that he's got a much bigger student audience, right? And they started to lean into that, right? But that's how essentially Douglas Adams ended up leading it in the show. He was a very student writer, right? He was from that world, right? But it's because several years earlier it started getting popular with students, with the macabre, as they would say. Yeah, exactly. Where are we up to? Pyramid feels like I totally lost someplace. Hide and Macabre of the early 40s. It's no surprise how highly rated the story is. A vote for Pyramid Mars feels like a vote for the whole Doctor Who, whole style of Doctor Who. It does, right? Genesis of Darkness is a pivotal serial that's only becoming more so in retrospect. It can be viewed as the first shot fired in the Time War, a crucial part in the series' mythology since 2005. We all kind of thought that at the time, right? Isn't this an act of war, right? But I think we're all too swept up in it. But yeah, absolutely. No, I do hear that. It's a I think it's more important than this, right? Because it's Terry Nathan Schlock, somewhat rewritten by Robert Holmes and coming out with you. That's why I'm so not interested in that table read. Do they have a trailer of that out yet? Right, I am so not interested in that table read of Genesis of the Daleks. Oh, here we go. Have you listened to this already? You can't hear if I play it through here. I know I have to download and make a video of it. I'll get this. But I'm just so not interested in this. I'm so certainly not interested in playing 1368 on it, which it's actually kind of cheap, but it's only a couple of discs, and I think the Robert Holmes rewriting Terry Nation is very important, right? I think that's very pivotal for the era, right? I really do. It's somewhat like Barry Letts being the shadowing John Nathan Turner in his first year, right? It gave you this continuity, right? Continuity and growth into something new, which I think both this era and certainly the first few years of John Nathan Turner's reign. I mean, honestly, John Nathan Turner should really have left with Peter Davison, in my opinion. I think he would have been much happier, right? He would have been much more successful. He would have had a much better life. Yeah, like if only what's his name? What's the name? Michael Gray. If only Michael Gray could have moved him over to light entertainment or variety shows. Oh, he would have been so good at that. The Daleks Creative Terror Nation took the opportunity to solidify there and expand their back. I mean, rewrite it from the kiddie version they did in the comic book, right? As a result, until this burns into our collective memories, right? I feel like I should make a video of it. Oh, hang on, I'll do it quickly. Unless someone says, is it on Twitter? If it's on Twitter, and it really should be. I mean, Big Finish, what is wrong with you? Big Finish. War Doctor. No, where is it? Like, well, that's kind of freaky. Okay. The Arc Network. Time Slip, no. Like, why is this trailer not on Twitter, right? Which has to be as a video. It just seems really kind of painfully dumb to me. You got old trailers up there. I don't know. Very sorry. Fine. So I have to convert it to a video. I'll keep reading this while it's on. Anyway, here. I mean, like, again, we keep talking about it. We really should look at it. Okay, so I just delete everything there. Here we get the audio. Did I download it? Yeah. I'll get the cover. What about desktop? And there we go. I mean, again, why is it not on Twitter for me to just download the video of it from there? Just annoying me. Hang on. Okay, I'll just fill out the screen. Okay, fine. We're nearly there. I'm just going to do this and that. Okay, export. Genesis. Oh, Carol. Table read. I mean, like, at least make it into bloody full cut. I guess it's cheaper that way. But at least we get to see what it's like pre, Robert Holmes, which is, again, from Revenge of the Cybermen, it was just like a Kit Peddler story. And then you put Robert Holmes in it, and it gets awesome. Here we go. Let's listen to the trailer.
From Big Finish Productions, the worlds of Doctor Who, the lost stories.
We dislike ordering you into a mission that is virtually a death sentence. Death sentence.
Daleks, Genesis of Terror.
How am I to be involved?
We wish you to enter the time circle and return to Skaro.
Not my favorite planet. The TARDIS is in limbo. She materializes in a garden where a Time Lord is waiting for me. He directs me to go to...
I mean, I like hearing Tom Baker read anything. I can read the phone list, but your phone book. But I I think it's only the first episode as well, isn't it?
Skaro at a time before the Daleks have evolved to try and stop their creation. The Time Lord gives me a bracelet to transport me, Harry, and Sarah to Skaro. And we arrive in the middle of a war between the Khalids and the Thals.
The Doctor speaks with compassion.
It
Okay, right now I'd rather listen to the LP of Genesis of the Daleks.
seems even the dead have a part to play in this war. Propped up to make it appear that the trench is fully manned.
Doctor, Harry, have a look at this.
You know, I always assumed that was Robert Holmes. I didn't see that. That's interesting. I also not Terrence Dix. Not Terrence. I mean, not what's his name? Terry Nathan.
In seconds, the Thal troops are leaping over the sandbags and dropping into the trench. Some have bayonets fixed to their rifles.
Finally, they're fighting with whatever they can get hold of. They'd eventually have to resort to swords, bows and arrows.
Out of the gloom glides a machine. A primitive Dalek.
For primitive, just a Dalek painted black.
Much to the satisfaction of Davros.
Exterminate!
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
I bought this story how many times over now? LP, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. Yeah, you got what, 4 times out of me? I think you're getting 5 of it. Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. Fine. So in Doctor Who, even if you haven't seen it, yes, there's a bit of a capture escape padding in the middle. But one of the strongest moments is the Artindale director David Maloney give the same griminess he brought to the early episodes of the War Games. War Games is awesome. Oh, War Games is really just awesome. War Games and Case of Androzani are interesting, and they're both final stories that are probably the best story for the Doctor. I know, I like 2. Our top 3 all deal directly with the implication of time travel, which surprisingly rare for Doctor Who. That is true. That's interesting. Where Pyramids, where the Doctor's offering to drop Sarah off in a ravished 1980, has him pondering the morality of genocide and what it may avert future suffering. And the winner, City of Death, gives us a villain splintered through time that facilitate our crimes. It's so Douglas Adams, right? Eventually, Douglas Adams was a wise man who needed to pressure a deadline. Yet he will be using AI to write his scripts now. Yet miraculously, the script he turned out with some assistance from producer Graham Williams hangs together quite brilliant. It really does. It's a very solid bit of plotting. It is. I might watch that tonight. Ooh, I might be in the mood for that. Yeah. Whereas many other stories in the era have suffered production shortcomings, this one boasts a lovely aesthetic that wasn't just due to location film in Paris. That's also true. Again, it was from Lala Ward being on heat for Tom Baker, right? She is clearly into Tom Baker all of this time. I mean, and yeah, once you put sexual friction into your view of Doctor Who, a lot of things changes. I mean, certainly if you're watching State of Decay, Adric was John Nathan Turner's masturbatory fantasy, very obviously, right? And like, basically, he made Perry what he thought straight people's masturbatory fantasy was. Didn't get it so wrong. Whereas many years or so from the production shortcomings, they are both a lovely aesthetic. For much of the story, actually another story is Keeper of Traken. That is just beautifully designed. That really is a wonderfully holds together production design. For much of the story, the Doctor and Romana are separated, and the Doctor's collaboration with the slightly dim human assistant in the pool of Private Detective Duggan. Goodbye, Duggan gives a glimpse of a gender flip version of what the version of the series. It's witty, clever, romantic, audacious, And being such an unlikely success makes it all the sweeter. I agree with you. That's actually a very good point. Eddie Robson, I agree with you completely. Let's see what he thought about the bottom three. Among the rows of iconic characters and locations in the new Doctor Who mobile game Lost in Time include, surprisingly, Tala and the Mayan ship from Underworld. Really? The serial notorious for its attempts to do virtual sets. It wasn't that bad a couple of decades before the technology existed. I think. Do I have any Underworld that in a format that play? I think it's all AVI. Let's have a look. Unless I can't remember. Hang on. Still got Citadel to watch. That was on Citadel. I'm glad there's only 2 more left of it now. And 1 more after this one. I'm just like, yeah. It's not very good. It's fun. It's silly. It's watchable, right? But man, is it stupid, right? Meanwhile, Silo, very, very watchable. Not stupid at all, right? Not stupid at all. Let me see. Underworld, Horror Fan Road, Invisible, and Underworld. Yeah, no, I just have as AVIs, I'm afraid. But yeah, I don't think it's that bad. But like all Bob Baker and Dave Barton scripts, some interesting ideas remain at the heart of it, having been put in the response to Williams' enthusiasm for exploring the Time Lord script. Script Anthony Reed's keen interest in mythology. Perhaps those myths are not just old stories of the past, but maybe prophecies of the future. So, okay, I'm reasonably happy with how the Fourth Doctor came out. I think Russell T Davies has been a good influence over fandom in regards to the Fourth Doctor, right? Again, I just don't understand the genesis of like why are they bothering that big finish? It baffles me. It really genuinely baffles me. It's weird, right? It's absolutely weird. Fine, let me pull up the thumbnail. What else are we talking about today? Oh, in there, let's get to a bit of I think. Let's see Bounding in the comments. We also want to see Indy do terribly. Oh God, that is so sweet, right? That is so sweet. Indy crashing and burning. Here we go. We'll look at the headlines and then we'll find the Indy story. If it's not here, we'll find it somewhere else. Where are we up to? Okay, so Lucasfilm. President Kathleen Kennedy says, upcoming Star Array film will question, does the galaxy need the Jedi anymore? Do they want them back? Well, we wanted them till your diseased hands got all over them, right? Meredith Winston and Natasha Liu explain how Hera Sanu and Sabine Wren will be depicted in an upcoming Ahsoka show. I'm scared. I am scared. That looks like AI art to me. How are they going to appear? I think having a character who's already existed, blah, 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 Rebels is incredible because sometimes creating our own backstage, flesh out, blah, blah, blah. And they will play the character that just has a season after season of storylines. I've never experienced something quite like these before. Have Rebels, blah, blah, blah. So how are they depicting them? I see Hera as an incredibly strong but complicated person. I mean, she's very maternal, but I don't care. Okay, I'll see it when it's on. Leave me alone. Superman Legacy rumor, Guardians of the Galaxy voice actor Dave Bradley in the run and play Lex Luthor. That would be very good casting. I think he would be an excellent Lex Luthor, right? I think he would be fantastic Lex Luthor. He would have to shave his head, but I think he'll be, yeah. I think he'll be an excellent Lex Luthor. David Zaslav loves the James Gunn one, right? Predicts multiple but seemingly predicts multiple failures half the time or 2/3 of the times it's not going to work. Well, that's just that's what the stats are right now because morons are running the industry. I mean, genuine morons are running the industry. There's no other way of describing it, right? There's really no other way of describing it. Kathleen Kennedy's a moron. HarperCollins has released unabridged audiobook for J.J. Tolkien's Silmarillion, read by Andy Serkis. That's probably a very good idea. Jimmy Kimmel live writer, so he must be a SJW. Jeff Lombard's no longer penning Marvel's Avenger: The Kang Dynasty. Okay. So I guess the whole Kang Dynasty is moving on because they're not recasting him. Rumor Marvel to give answer on Jonathan Mars' future as Kang the Conqueror in Loki season 2. That's a no. That's the answer's no. Kevin Feige made bold claim that Marvel Studios Disney Plus shows beating some of the busiest shows on the competitive service. No, you're not. Nobody likes them. They're shit. Netflix's Night Agent writer goes after David Zaslav. There's no amount of public-facing diversity can ever overcome the destructive force is one old white man. What? Goes after there's no amount of public-facing diversity that can ever overcome the destructive force that is one old white man. Oh, fuck off. You mean he cancelled all your failing shows, right? Willow writer John Bickerstaff describes it as being removed from Disney Plus as absolutely cruel. It was shit and nobody liked it. Absolutely cruel. You pussy. Lord Ring actor Ishmael Cruz Cordova says he's a victim of death threats and racism. Provides no. Yeah, I don't believe you. I think you're full of shit. I think we're a victim of race baiting, and I think you're the one doing it, right? Yeah. And until you provide proof, that's how it's going to remain. Okay, they're not talking about indie here at all. Let's go to Cosmic Book News. Dude, John, you're behind the times. This savaging has been epic, right? Candle was bored with Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Yeah, okay, fine. You're talking about it. Let's see what's over here. This is up to date. No, they're not talking about. I got the Variety report. Let's see what Bleeding Cool has to say. What's this? What's this Decades collection? Doctor the Decades collection, a series of 6 novels each. Oh, this is old news, isn't it? It came out today. A different Doctor. Yeah, but this is old news. 6th anniversary of Doctor Who continues at pace with yeah. So this one by Jacqueline Rayner sounded okay, and then yeah, the people we haven't heard of, they none of them sounded that good. Yeah, they've ruined. I look, honestly, I need trusted authors. I don't trust any of you, right? I don't know any of you. I don't trust any of you. So I don't know. Not for me. But here, let's have a look. See if we talk about Indiana Jones, because they like talking about a failure. Or maybe not. Here, let's have a look at it. We'll do a search. Indiana Jones. Boink. It's okay. I missed also the return key. Now I got it. Honorary Palme d'Or. Internet rumors and there's no they won't talk about how it's doing badly. Fine, let's go over here. Indiana Jones cancer audience bored with Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Yes, because she's not very good. I know Kathleen Kennedy looks at her and sees an idealized mirror. Oh, yes, that is woman. Hear me roar. She's so good. She's so smart. She's so brave. Nobody gives a shit, Kath. Right? This is not what anybody wants. Fuck me. You've really fucked this up, darling. Right? She's really fucked this up. Disney should have dialed things back. This is this in. Yikes! Disney and Kathleen Kennedy may have another bomb in their hands. Well, apparently they do. Indiana Jones and the Dark here. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes getting savage right now. Let's have a look. And it's doing very badly. Best sci-fi movie each year since 1998. That's actually interesting. Indiana Jones. Safe, wacky, empty, critics say. Fine. Search. Because I don't think it's fresh right now. It's at 52. Yeah, that is not fresh, is it? That's pretty bad. From the 29 reviews. And look, if it's getting 50, maybe the audience will like it then. Yeah, there's a lot of naysayers. The de-aging of CGI, the manipulating fool's body, only serves to demonstrate the dial of destiny just wants to turn back the clock instead of doing anything new. Okay, so he didn't like it. Harrison Ford's finds fitting into one of cinema's greatest action heroes and one of the most iconic roles of her career with this film, Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, thrilling action. Oh, so maybe they just made it not woke. The MacGuffin meant to just be that, an object that characters chase after in the story, and what it is and doesn't usually matter. Surprisingly, it doesn't. Gives an absolute bonkers, jaw-dropping climax. Okay, well, I guess we'll find out more. But let's have a look, see what... See, this is to maybe talk me into seeing it. I don't know. Is Bob Iger ever going to learn? Okay. Lucasfilm Kathleen Kennedy debuted Indiana Jones 5 for the Lars Harrison Ford Thursday at Cannes and the festival in France, where it was reported the audience were reaction while watching the film was less than stellar, right? Particularly with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who plays Indy's goddaughter. Variety tweeted that the French audience was bored when they, as they watched, and didn't react much to the flick. They elaborated scenes with witty one-liners delivered by Phoebe Waller-Bridge in the Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny. Mostly received a muted response from inside the theater. Audience members were heard whispering out of boredom in French. Oh, but she's so stunning and brave. Audience cheers for Harrison Ford, not the movie. Right. Variety noticed that Disney spared no expense as Harrison Ford was flown in for the long goodbye, but Cannes mustered a muted standing ovation for Indy's latest adventure. Yes, the applause lasted for 5 minutes, but by Cannes standards, that's a polite formality, right? Ford also addressed the audience before the movie started, said, indeed, the standing ovations for Ford were louder than the movie play. Exactly. I was going to continue to the film elaborate action scenes and witty one-liners delivered by Waller-Bridge received less than rapturous response inside the theater during parts of the 142-minute film. Audience members could be heard whispering in boredom in French. So it was when he wrote this, it was only at 44. It's up to 52 now. Disney Kennedy chose to debut James Mangold's Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny at Cannes in order to promote the film with hopes that it will be a big success. They should probably have to dial things back. Let me do it. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Let's see if there's reaction. Let's just see some of the headlines. Every time I see Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I'm just so not interested. Right? I'm just like, please. Harrison Ford cracks the whip in a taut sequel. There's still much to dig about the Octodairian as he teams up with Phoebe Waller-Bridge to redefeat the Nazis. So the boulder of the intellectual property of the franchise brand identity rolls on, bringing us Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny the fifth film in which the legendary archaeologist, whip-cracking adventure is brought to life for another go-around. He is, of course, played by Harrison blah, 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 still nailing the reluctantly crooked smile. In the first Indiana Jones film, not to be directed by Spielberg, James Mangold is now at the helm. But despite that, it feels like a bit of a zip and fun narrative ingenuity with all the MacGuffin silliness of the last one. Yeah, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom really didn't. What? It has all the zip and fun and narrative ingenuity with its MacGuffin silliness that the last one didn't. Okay, fine. We all sat down to the movie hoping for a resurgent comparable to J.J. Abrams did with The Force Awakens. Yeah, listen, mate, but we all saw where that went. And if that didn't happen, it still gets a good storytelling gallop. So it didn't happen. So you're trying to be nice, it didn't happen. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is a tremendous co-star as Indy's roguish goddaughter, Helena Shaw, who wears a shorts and shirt, making her look like a grown-up naughty Enid Blyton heroine. Oh, yeah, because it's all about, she's so stunning and brave. Where was it? Enid Blyton heroine. In fact, she's amazing digital youth occasion effects give Indy himself a great opening flashback section back in the Second World War. Back in the old days in 1944, the Third Reich began to crumble. Intrepid young spy Indiana Jones is captured by fiendish Nazis with pal Professor Basil Shaw, in which small role he has the pleasure to see Toby Jones. Yeah, it's always a good seeing Toby Jones. I agree with you. They grab what the Germans want and extended half, and the extent half of a much desired artifact created by Archimedes, the Dial of Destiny, which allows the owner to control the forces of time and space, which the Archimedes prudently split into two and hid the other half. The chase is on with the Nazi German Mads Mikkelsen, Jürgen Voller, leaves the whole business unresolved, fast-forwarding the present day to the space age of the 60s. When grumpy old Indy is retiring, miserable at his irrelevance at the modern world. But the same Voller, under a fake name, is the brains behind the Apollo 11 landing, having conned the U.S. Government, represented by Agent Mason, Shawnette Renee Wilson, who is still dreams of controlling the universe, reintroducing Nazism via the Dial of Destiny. Okay. The only Indy can stop it, along with the scapegoat, the scapegrace god, with his scapegrace goddaughter, I don't know, godchild Helena, who is in fact a dodgy living, making a dodgy living, flogging antiques on the black market, and she has a seeky sidekick in tow, Teddy, Ethan Isidore. There is plenty of jolly chases, including Tuk Tuk versus Jag event, and we've seen that. Okay, fine. Some creepy encounters with insects in an underground tomb whose patches open up to grinding. What? Okay, fine. It's probably a bit cheeky giving Ford a young female co-star under the goddaughter tag with the bantering tension that's not really too different to a platonic co-star he may have had in the original movies. Well, they weren't platonic. They just weren't that sexual. Yet the finale is wildly silly and entertaining, as the Dial of Destiny is put to audacious use to make light of the whole question of defying aging, gravitational pull of time. Indiana Jones has a certain old class. Listen, it looks like it got saved in the edit, and that's why it's being savaged by the critics. Right, that it looks like it got saved from wokeness in the edit, and they're like, "Well, I ain't not doing anything new with it." I mean, I don't know. Doesn't look very good. Fine, I think I'm wrapping up. What did I miss? Right, what did I miss? That's all my good. What did I not get to? I need the Star Trek stuff. Okay, we'll do Star Trek tomorrow night. We'll do. Yeah, there's always another day. What old white man? Really, I know. It's unbelievable. Secret blur. Says Matthew Pounder. Yes, it's always the way. Fine. I believe Dan's on right now, isn't he? Or is he? He's not on now. He's on soon. It'll be fine. YouTube. I'll find you a link. Yeah, he just started. 1 second. Where am I? I'm over here. Fine. Oh yeah, but yeah, dip into Lace and Blue. Don't go do that. Do what Darren said. I feel bad not putting Darren's link in. But yeah, my thing is premiering in 10 minutes. Everybody go and enjoy it. Honestly, let me know what you think. Please comment. Right, really, I'm like, please go and let me know what you think of it. I'm very excited coming out, and there will be weekly installments. There's also going to be a lot more Colin Baker reading Millennial Rights. I think after that we'll go for a bit of Kate Ullman's Blue Box, right? I think that's the plan. Fine. With that, I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to hit the end broadcast and I'm going to say good night, good luck, and may your God walk with you.